Hi guys, so today I have the Polaroid Mint printer and the Polaroid Mint camera. I'm gonna go ahead and unbox these things. They're nearly identical to the point that so this is the Polaroid Mint camera. As you can see, it has a lens here. It has a shutter lens right here. It has a place where you can put your lanyard at. I personally do not like that. And then it has a charger port, micro USB, shows the battery status right here. You can put an SD card in here if you want. Then on the other side, it has the power button, which you can press for I think 15 seconds. It'll boot up. Notice the light, it makes a little chiming sound. There we go. So then there's a few buttons on this side. First one is a 10-second button if you want to take a selfie. The second is a frame button if you want to add the classic Polaroid frame to the photo. And then the third one is the mode button, which you can change for color, sepia, or black and white. So notice how this has a lot of different things going on with it. Shutter button, this is where you put the film in and out, and then this is the buttons to turn it on and change the settings. Now let me show you the printer, because the printer is pretty bare bones. The printer, once turned on, doesn't make a chiming noise like the camera does. Doesn't have any flashing. I believe there's a small battery light right here, and it's again micro USB. And it's just a square. Again, here's the part where you load the film in. And now let's see them side by side. So this is the front. As you notice, there's no camera on the printer. The back looks the same except for the camera. The sides, there's no lanyard cable for this one. And then the only button on the printer is the power button. So most of the stuff going on with the printer, you use through Bluetooth on your phone. So, okay. When I wanted this because the red one looks just like a Pokédex. So unfortunately, I ended up going with the white one because I kind of have a trend with my Insta cameras all being white. So I thought, why not just keep going on? And then the prices kept changing for me. So the only way I could get this one faster was getting it in white. I ended up going with the red printer just because, I don't know, I wanted to be able to differentiate them based on color. Originally I was going to do yellow and red, but that didn't work out. But yeah, which one would I recommend more than the other? I'm going to say the printer. I don't definitely recommend the printer, though there are issues with the printer. You might have seen another video talking about this, but the printer, for some reason, it prints really dark. So this is without any editing in the Polaroid software. And then these two, I had to mess around with the saturation and the hue just to get color out. So, but the reason why I would recommend the printer over the camera is because you know what you're gonna get when you print. Here's a picture of my cat and a picture of my Tsum Tsum collection that I'm acquiring from Round One all of a sudden. So this is what I meant by the frame. You can get the classic Polaroid frame. You can't edit it through the camera. There's no Bluetooth connection with the Polaroid Mint camera. You cannot print any exterior photos with the Polaroid Mint camera. I think that's where a lot of consumers are confused by, because this has Bluetooth, this does not. Yet they call it a Polaroid camera plus printer. It's really just an instant camera. But it also has digital versions of your photos. They're not going to be great photos. As you can see by my examples, the flash is too bright in this one, and then again the flash is too bright and the whites are blown out. So if you have a phone, basically, which is pretty much everyone, get a printer. Unless you're willing to take the time and work around the niches of these cameras, because any Insta camera is going to have a certain style to them. It really depends on what you're looking for. I wanted to have this so I can practice composition because you don't see the photos immediately. as you're taking it, you do see it, like, it doesn't take that long to print, but you do end up seeing it eventually. But I think that's more of a waste of film, and the film's not even that expensive, so it's not really a huge issue if you want to do that. I just don't think that it's good for me to have a device, because I even took it out, and the entire time I forgot about it, and I have my phone with me all the time, so I can snap a photo with my phone anywhere, anytime, and then come home and print it and make sure it's what I want to see, versus kind of guessing about it. And then even with these photos, I don't see a point in having a digital copy of these photos because I'm just going to throw them away. But yeah, I definitely can see where and why these flopped. This branding of Polaroid, devices flopped because of the name. There was a lot of confusion. It was more of a Wii U situation where the branding, I can even show on the boxes are almost identical. The packaging is identical. Everything is close to being the same, close enough for people to confuse what they do. And yeah, personally, I think I'm gonna return this while I still can, just because I didn't really like it as much as I thought I would. And as you can see, like, the reason why this box is ripped up is because I was super excited when it came and I wanted to play with it. But I think farther away from a face or like a person, the photo will look better. But again, you are gonna have to do some editing with your photos. Making it brighter only makes it more whiter. But you do have to play around just to, like I said, with every instant kind of camera, you'd have to play around because they're going to have their own kind of thing, which is a novelty that people buy into. But so don't get this camera expecting professional quality photos unless you are a professional quality photographer yourself. I would recommend this for a kid. Like I said, the film is super cheap, so I bought like a 50 pack for $20. That's like less than a quarter of film. So for a budding photographer, for someone who wants to learn composition, who wants to, have a digital camera, who doesn't have a phone, I would recommend this. But if you're going for something that's like, what you want and you want to print what you want, go with the printer. Unless you can find a counter for super cheap. They both fell off to 50% off. So that's why I got them both. But I'm gonna definitely return one of these. See you next time.